Hello there, I am Wormslayer2146, back from a short break. Today we're looking at a few more games as part of the Tiny Teams Festival. It's a celebration of games created by teams with 5 or fewer people. So far, very impressed by what these teams are making. We've been seeing some really good games, really well put together, nicely polished, good ideas. I've been complaining as much as I possibly can about things, but still, they've been pretty good. We have been given a few access keys, various demos and games by Yogscast Games, who are hosting the whole thing. So just to be clear, you should consider this a #ad kind of thing, as we've been given. I mean, some of these are publicly available, some of them are not, but regardless, the motivation behind this includes I was given some keys. You should be made aware of that. So there you go. The next game that we're going to be looking at now, called Hexguardian. It's a tower defense game, pretty simple, but we'll see if it's any fun or not, what it's like, what it's all about. One immediate issue as we hop into it. It's not screen capturing, and there's no music. It is screen capturing, good. There we go, I'm in. There's a music volume option, maxed out, but I can't hear any, so that may be just, ready for the future when there is music. And as I always complain about, the default volumes of everything is maxed out, so I couldn't possibly make it louder if I wanted to, which is, I hate that, but everyone does it, so we're not going to complain too much about it. We are going to start a tutorial, see if we've got any music in-game, fingers crossed, but this is where we have to start from, so let's learn what we're doing here. No music yet. Very silent. Okay. It's an early look, demo, that kind of thing. It could do with something. Some ambient noise maybe as an excuse. There was water trickling on the main menu. Why not in-game as well? In any case, here we are. Welcome to the world of Hexguardian. We're going to learn the basics of placing defences and shaping terrain. Every night, invaders appear from the active portals. My cam's in an okay spot, right? Yeah, I'm not blocking anything yet. We'll carry on. Invaders move towards the castle along the road or river. Okay, I can see these little archways. They must be spawn points. Stop them from reaching the castle. That's how tower defense works. Going to place defenses along the path, so we're going to build an arrow tower there. Sure, job done. It has been built. Okay, so you don't move with WASD, that does something else. You don't move the camera at all. Fine. Towers shoot skeletons, usual thing. They have a chance of dropping gems, stones, something like this. That contains the power to shape terrain. Right, so you spend those making a land tile, which can go in any of those spots. And if we put it here, it makes the path longer. Very logical. Then they have to walk further. Makes sense. Build another tower on the road. Placing the land tiles in the right locations is a key to a successful defense. Makes sense. Fair enough. Tower's health decreases every time an invader reaches it. Game ends when your health hits 0, so that's up there at the top. Yep, you guys can see that too. Perfect. Day 2 has come around. We can have an upgrade. Click on the upgrade. Okay, each day you get an upgrade. And we're going to pick archery range. Today invaders are going to come from the river. We can see that because there's an arrow there. So place that over here. Sure. Job done. We'll automatically recruit 2 archers who are re-recruited if they die. Okay, they can die. Worth knowing. We can fast forward. They spawn. We can unfast forward. Can we pause? Not in the tutorial. Okay. We can build another land tile. And this one is forming a loop. Okay. If you connect the 2 entrances, invaders can no longer enter from that location. Which can be a bad thing or a good thing, I guess. Cool. Because now their spawn point is nowhere near where our archers are going to be. Another day, another upgrade. Cannon tower. Follow the instructions. Okay, sorry. I'm not allowed to play the game. I have to follow the instructions. Build a new land tile down here, because they're going to spawn so close. Okay. Then get a cannon, put it there. Am I really playing if I don't have a choice on what I'm doing? It's a bit hard on the tutorial if I'm not allowed to click any button I want. But I get the point. Click on an archer. White circle shows the range and we can reposition it. Okay. To there. Sure. You can move archers around. They don't have to be next to the archery range. Cool. Handy. We've got people all over the place. Can't quite tell what they are. I said skeleton earlier, but it might not be. They seem like they might be skeletons with pumpkins on their head, but I could be wrong about that. We can upgrade. Standard in any tower defense. It'll shoot an additional, slightly weaker arrow. Okay, so it's shooting 2 arrows, one better than the other. Sure. Cool. We successfully protected it for 3 days and got 3 cups. Okay. Congratulations on completing the tutorial. The more days you survive, the more cups you get. Okay, we have a metagame progression. A very, very long... Okay. 101 cups needed in total to unlock everything. Roguelite type thing. This is Rogue Tower, isn't it? It's just not a clone. It's different, but it's Rogue Tower again. Fine, let's start a proper game then. Let's get into it. A version where I can click whatever button I want and make terrible, terrible decisions. Seems good. Appear from portals and go to castles. Yep, you've literally just told us. You've literally just forced us to do the tutorial before we could play. You don't need to tell us again. Okay. This time I could place wherever I want, which is nicer, but a bit of a weird decision to tutorialise twice. Here covers a better area, I think, because they can come on the rivers as well. Yeah, we know. This is unusual. A bit. I am annoyed by it. It's not a big deal, but I am annoyed that the game forced us to do a tutorial and then is forcing us through another one. You only need 1 tutorial in your game, you don't need 2. Anyway, we have a tile to build. It's hard to know what's best to do, right? In either road is the same length. Though it doesn't look it, but they are. The rivers, 1 tile, 2 tiles, 1 tile, 2 tiles, 1 tile, 2 tiles. They're all the same distance, so where we build is moot. We can make the current wave easier by building here, but it's no guarantee that the next wave will be affected. I kind of feel like trying to curve things towards each other so that we can close them off is perhaps the play. So if we make that water head towards the other water, or vice versa. Can you, like, rotate with a right click? Yeah, good. Not sure on that. But that's what I'm tempted to do that, so why not? Go for it. We're going there. Right click on an invader to prioritize it as a target. Okay, that wasn't in the other tutorial, so that's nice to know. You can right click to force, okay. And if you right click on a tree, you'll earn money for destroying it. Interesting. We can now pause. It's lit up green, yep. Oh, my face is not covering that. What do we want to have then? I mean, the archers seem kind of useful because you can move them around. Slowing down invaders is good, but you need to also hurt them. Cannon tower is good, but only if they're a group of enemies. I feel like archery range, personally. We want to build one, or do we want another tower? Where are they coming from today? Over here. Which our tower does not help with. So what does more damage? 2 archers or a tower? I feel like tower might be the play, but there's a bit too late maybe, so... Here might be good, but it doesn't get much time to shoot. Here barely gets to shoot the water. I mean, this is where they're coming today. We need to defend that. Let's unpause. Good. I can build another land tile, so therefore I always want to. Can't see any reason why you would wait. This has just got a bit of road, so absent a reason to put it anywhere else, we'll put it on today's path. Make it a bit longer. Works in our favour too, the coverage from that tower is really good there. Day one. Ooh, okay. We can upgrade our arrow tower or unlock the other types of tower. At the moment there's still too many directions, I feel, for the ice tower to be any use to us. We need more damage towers. Cannon towers good in some cases, but just making our arrow towers better, that's good for me. I think that's a good play. Range 20% plus. I like. We can build another tile. It has many options. So I don't want to put that on the waterway because it opens up two paths. And I'm not sure we'll be able to close them all off. So I don't really like that. I want to kind of keep that water away from us. Coming from this side today, and we extended that time before, maybe we just extend the road here. But keeping the water away from the current water would mean doing that. Hopefully there's tile that'll combine pieces. I like hexagons. I'll put that out there. This is like Rogue Tower, but with hexagons instead of squares, so I prefer that. I will say. This is not enough damage. Upgrade it twice. That's the maximum level. Level 3 arrows. One guy's going to make it through. He might as well be shooting a tree, right? He's not shooting anyone else. Not really quick enough for this, am I? We'll get into a rhythm. Maybe. Maybe. Upgrading that twice I think was a waste of money. Fires 2 additional arrows, each dealing 80%. So it's kind of not as good as another tower. I mean, it is 2 towers is better than an upgraded tower, which is a different kind of playstyle to usual. This is how you move the camera. Middle mouse down. Okay. Learned that randomly. Interesting. If I remove this, do I get a refund? I want to know, so this may ruin everything, but I want to know. And yes, you do. At least a partial refund, if not a whole one. Let's add arrow tower damage. So in this case, if I upgrade with 80 coins, we get 60% extra damage. For 130 coins, I'd get 100% damage. So the cost is significant. But it's still, if you can build a tower, better to build the tower. So we put one there. We're covering the boats. And we're covering the skeleton soldiers. I didn't mean to right-click that. How do I? Yep, right-click again clears it. Nice. The camera movement's a bit odd on this. So middle mouse down to start panning. And then it goes the direction you put the mouse, not inverted. Just takes some getting used to, I guess. But fine. New tower there. Do you want to get some archers as well? I mean, our towers are just better than our archers. They're just not as flexible. If you get a full refund, then it doesn't matter. I don't think that was a full refund. And we'll be able to work it out if we could upgrade twice and have the same... No, it wasn't a full refund. Definitely not. So yeah, that wasn't the great play. I don't want to spend too much money. I think a third tower isn't a terrible idea. As compares upgrading one, because we can afford it. Go for it. Because we can afford it. Lots of boats. Okay, lots of skeletons. If I target this tree still, these guys can keep firing until that tree's down. I get 21 gold for a tree is quite a lot. It's pretty good. Just pause. Get our upgrade. We've got archery range upgrades or unlocking the cannon tower. I think we unlock the cannon tower because we don't have any archers at the moment. Next day, everything's coming from the other side of the map. Let's build a land tile. It does fit here. That's handy. It does take the water closer to the other water, which I don't like, but we've got no option now. It's just going to have to be like that. Hopefully we can close the loop or something in the future. But extending both of those is definitely going to help us right now. A tower. Shame you can't fit one in the middle of that road there. Not sure why you can't. Got to try and visualise the hexagon, right, to see. This edge is in and it's the next edge that is out. Yeah, that makes sense then that you can't build there. They are adjacent edges with no gap. It's kind of clever how the build segments work. Each hexagon is split into 6 triangles, all equal, and they either have a bit of road, a bit of river, or they're clear to build on. It's interesting. This one here can shoot a lot of what's spawning currently. That's good if it gets built quick enough. We can't afford anything else. So I'm going to refund one of these. That one. So we got 70 back from the 130 it cost. No, the cost goes up the more of them you build. That's interesting. Worth knowing. Okay. The more of the same thing you build, the more expensive it gets. Let's get a cannon tower then, if that's going to help. Not really. It's 36 skeleton pirates coming, so maybe a cannon will help with them. Let's put one on that corner. Then build a land tile as well. So I can move the road and make it longer just cuz. Or we can make the river go close to the cannon tower as well if we do that. And hopefully in the future we'll find a way of closing this loop off. Not fast forward, unpause. So we're currently in day, so they're not going to spawn. When it hits night, they will. It's another thing to get used to on the pacing of it all. Again, interesting stuff. Not bad. Pretty simple game. And if you're a small team making a game, I don't think there's anything wrong with keeping it simple. Skeleton pirates are very fast. Okay. Could have done with knowing that before. Hopefully we can get them all down. Let's upgrade this tower. Upgrade that tower. Can't afford it. Dang. Can place a land tile now. I'm guessing they're getting more expensive over time as well. The more you place, the more expensive they are. So you have to bear in mind, use each... I can't change the piece, so, you know, it is what it is, but don't want to be too wasteful. If I do this, we bring our rivers closer together again, which I do think is worth it. This one's currently the shortest, so let's make that longer. Because they're spawning here now, but they could spawn anywhere tomorrow. That guy's gone away from us. Can we force... yeah, prioritise. What's my upgrade? Cannon tower range. We've got a cannon tower, so that seems worthwhile. These guys are doing nothing, which this is difficult to juggle. I guess you just have to pause a lot. We should force target a tree all the time over here so that they're attacking something, you know? That's good. Cannon tower did good work. A few got through. That's fine, I guess. We can afford something. Should we go for an archery range now? Should we carry on? It's tempting to put a tower right here, but I think it's just too late. Maybe if we had one right here at the end and we got ice towers there in the future. Could do something. That doesn't get the river though, so here would be better. Yeah, there would be better. That's where we had one before. Let's go for that. Again. Start. Ah, you can't target 2 trees in different parts of the map. Fine. 1 tree at a time, but let's always have a tree going if we can. Missed that. Trying to juggle too many things. Ships are spawning where we have no towers, and we have no money. Can I make another tile? Yeah. It doesn't look like we'll be able to join the rivers up by doing that, but it might happen. So all we have here is a little loop. Could bring these loops together. Hoping for a very specific tile to loop it off, but I think that's worth aiming for if we can survive that long. We have a lot of boats coming and no defence, so we're going to have to sell. This point is probably this tower. So how do we know what we've sunk in? I don't know what I've spent on this, right? Information. No, I don't know what I've spent on it, so I don't really know what percentage I'm getting back. But I'm getting something back, which is nice. Can't afford another arrow tower. Our cannons are upgraded, but I kind of feel like having archers over here might help more. Or over here. If we put them over this side, they can't actually walk anywhere else. Here we can be more flexible. Or do we go with cannon tower here? not sure the cannon tower's like that good against the boats because it's for AoE, but I think we'll go for it. It's been upgraded. It's built in time, just. Fine there. So let's target a tree that only that tower can hit so that this one focuses on boats. We're surviving a while. For like a first run. This feels more like one of those, you know, those kind of games where you play repeated runs, roguelite if you call it that, where you're supposed to die pretty quick on your first run. It feels like, but I could be wrong. We can make archers better, doesn't really help. So I guess arrow towers better is the way to go for us. We can afford some stuff, so let's upgrade a tower. Get another one that's meaningful. Not really. Not that's going to get all of these things. It's a bit of a shame. So we can focus on the boats or on the roads. There's more boats coming from this direction tomorrow, and lots of pirates coming from this direction. So I feel like putting back the tower we got rid of. That whole process not very cost effective, but probably the best play right now. If we survive this current wave that's making it in. Yeah, okay, we're alive. We get any trees destroyed by the time. Focus over there. Shame both towers can't hit that one, but okay. Gotta juggle all that, gotta keep the money coming in. Because, yeah, that's not helping us. Upgrade that one. Upgrade the cannon, not enough money. Would be nice, UI-wise, if the button was not illuminated if you can't afford it, to make it clearer. You know, at a glance as you're playing. Don't really want to be pausing all the time. Would be nice. Don't have much health left. Upgrade time. Cannons shoot faster. Helps us immediately. We can afford a land tile. This one is completely blank. No road, no nothing. So what's the play on that? Could fill that gap in the middle, and I can't. It doesn't benefit us to fill somewhere because it means nothing can run. This is very much blocking, so you kind of want it somewhere where it's not going to cause issues. Way out of the way. It's a pretty useless tile, but it's got trees on it, I guess, which is money if you're in range. Draw more trees in range of that tower, maybe. Maybe that's a thing. Which does remind me. Let's be shooting that one. Maybe. We're going to lose if we can't destroy all of these, which is going to happen pretty soon, I think. Cannon tower upgrade makes things explode bigger. It's not really helpful, I don't think, right now. Upgrading that tower helps. Most, yeah. Let's try that. Tower isn't prioritising the front, which is, in a tower defence, typically the default is to target the front. It's interesting. We survived for 7 days and got 12 cups. Can you tell? Looks like you can on the capture. This blurred, faded background is not going all the way to the edge of the screen, which is a bit weird. Unusual. Was this made in Unreal? Potentially. It's got one of those looks to it. These make me think of it. Either way, we got 12 cups, and that's not terribly important. Okay, so the thing down the bottom, the cost of these upgrades is not cumulative. 12 cups got us to level 3. We need 7 to get level 4. Then we need another 10 to get level 5. So 17 would get us to the end of level 5, not all the way up to level 9. Okay. That's how the progression works. That means it'll take a long time to get to level 70. 101 with every previous number added on. Unless maybe you start getting more and more powerful and get further and further easier and quicker. Interesting. Maybe you'll get there at a steady pace. It just seems a bit daunting now with how many points we've got then. In any case, it's interesting. We have unlocked a dock, produces money. good, like a passive income to help buy things. And we've also got extra upgrade card chance plus 10% each day. So a 10% chance of getting an extra card in our upgrade choices. Cool. And the nature of the game, you unlock stuff, you do another run. See if you can get further, get more cups, chalices, goblets, whatever they are. Be good if the game started paused, because I'm the kind of person who doesn't notice. Let's go with a tower here, because it covers river and road. Here comes wave number 1. We're gonna have, should we do different archery range? No. We unlocked Dock. Dock is good. Get Dock. Dock costs 100 to place. And it has to be adjacent to a river. 21 per minute is not a lot of money. We want to place it somewhere we're not going to place a tower. I feel like near the castle is somewhere we might place towers there. So over here would be better. Let's go with there. We have a problem though. I should not have done that. We didn't have enough money to also build another tower, and skeletons are coming from the other side of the map today. Oops. And if I refund that tower, I can't afford another one. We didn't get any stones that level. So we're going to have to cancel that. And I've made a right mess from day one, but we have to. No choice. Longer the adjacent river, the faster the dock produces money. Could do with knowing that before you place the dock. But not a big deal, because you'll do it on the next run, I guess. Not a big deal, yeah. That's fine. We can still afford the dock. How does that work? We couldn't afford the tower. I refunded it. I don't know how that works. I've done something silly there, perhaps, but never mind. We have a stone now. Do we want to make the river longer so we get more money? Probably not. Probably want to make the road longer because it helps us immediately. Though it doesn't right now because we can't build another tower. Do we still want to try and get these two roads to loop off? Or is it best to make the roads longer? Both, I guess, and this achieves both. Let's go with here because that river might loop around as well. I'm okay with that for now. I'm not a tower defense expert. You may have already told, but they've already noticed that. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Get ice tower this time. I still don't think it's useful to slow them down because we can't afford to have a tower on every avenue into our base, and that's more important than trying to slow one of them down because you need another tower with your ice tower, unless it deals damage and slows invaders. Oh, that's possible. Let's have a look. Ice tower. It just says slows down, but then the cannon says, don't know. Where are they coming from today anyway? Or in the north, so it's useful. We can actually do both here. So let's build one and have a look. Slows down invaders, 20 damage, 1.3 reload. And the archery, 20 damage, 1 second reload. So the ice isn't much worse damage-wise than the archery tower. The upgrades make them slow down more. More damage seems better at this point. I might save the money, actually. Saving the money seems better at this point. Get that on pause. There's some ambient noise. Okay. Doesn't play all the time. But I have just noticed there is ambient noise, which is nice. Music would be better, but, you know, we've been over that. There is a lot to juggle. I need to pause a lot. So attack range on ice tower is immediately useful. Go for that. They're still spawning in a useful location nearby. Skeleton guards. We're also getting galleys that are out of range of most of our power. Can't extend the road. They're not going to spawn for half a day. And there's still things walking, which is, like, that's what you're juggling. You've got what you've got, the things that are spawning, trying to shoot trees to get money, clicking the upgrade every time it pops up. It's fine. You know, you just get into the swing of it, I guess. But yeah. We could cover quite a lot from here. It's just, it doesn't help if they spawn on the other side of the map. But let's put a tower there to do something now, you know. Don't like the towers getting more expensive the more you build, but I guess the issue I'm feeling right now is there's a lot of different avenues things can spawn from. We've got 1, 2, 3 river routes, 3 road routes, and we're right at the start. And we can't afford enough towers to cover all of them. So the random decision of which portal they come through can really hurt you, or it can be fine. It's interesting, but yeah. I do want a second dog. I'm that kind of person. There is an exclusion zone. It's hard to tell. Looks like the capture's getting it better than my screen is. It's like a hashed out zone you can't build close to the other dog. I think this is where we would do towers to cover the water entry here, so I'll put it there. Relatively happy. Now we get 42 a minute. We've not got a lot of stones this run. Interesting. Got a lot more last time. Well, these guys are, yeah, armoured, and we're not doing well at defeating them. Do we have to sell a dock off so that I can get another tower? We've got a stone. Can make that road longer. This curve doesn't help us with our viewer getting them connected, so it's not going to go over there, so it'll have to go here. So yeah, loop that round. Gives a bit more for the ice tower to hit on. It's not bad. We can afford to upgrade that tower now. It's all we can afford to go for it. And upgrade will go with damage or range. See, I feel like range in a situation like this with the tiles, the range is most powerful because it means more hits on the target over time, unless the damage is, you know, like double or something like that. I think in this context the range is good. Give it a go. Can afford another ice tower, and it does damage, and we have a big problem because the enemies are spawning the other side of the map now. And all those routes are short, and we have no towers over here. So let's definitely get an ice tower covering road and river. Then we might have to sell something off. This tower would be number 1. Let's get rid of that. Refund that. Can't afford the new one yet. Let's get these killing targets first. Can't reach that guy. Lost A health. Will live. Right now, trees. Can we get any money before nighttime rolls around? Yes. Let's get another tower. That still covers the whole road and more of the river, so there is good. Keep hitting trees over the edge where the enemies are not spawning. Get that economy rolling. They're just running through without a care in the world. You really need a cannon tower against them. Which I don't like that. It's like you don't really have a choice. Your current towers aren't. Like you, don't know. A cannon tower would be significantly more effective against a group like that. Because the ice tower is just shooting way too slow, and the upgrade doesn't change that. No, it slows them down more, so it doesn't increase the firing speed. Interesting. More ice damage or more arrow damage. We have more arrow towers, so go with that. We have a bad waterway one. Don't love that. Don't really have a choice, so it splits it to give 2 possible. If we go this way, we might join the river up and make it longer, which means more money. Give that a go. Enemies are spawning over there, but I'm pretty sure we've already lost. What might we do about that? Upgrade that tower? Again? No. No, not enough money. Sure. One health left. Okay. I can't really change anything up. These are the slower guys. But they're coming up a river that's immediately going to lose. So that's not helping us. Put one there. Yeah. That'll help. And that's not helping us now, but the economy on it's not great. Can't upgrade that. Okay. A little bit more money. You should shoot tree. No, it made it through. Didn't make it through. That tower can shoot as well. Okay. That one made it through. Okay. No big deal. Another 7 cups, which is enough to give us poison. A spell card damages all invaders in range every second. It does a poison effect. Don't know what a spell card is. I guess it's a card you unlock that lets you cast a spell. Maybe it'll come up in this run. Although the runs aren't really changing. Don't know. Interesting. The idea of the game is you keep replaying, so let's keep replaying and see what happens. See more of the game, you know. There's a good spot. Go for that. He got an upgrade. I mean, let's look at what poison does. Ah. That appears underneath my lovely face. Let's move the camera so you guys can see what's going on. So that is what we're here for. Let me get my face and move it. Will I put it back on the right-hand side where it usually is? That seems to be clear. No, that's where the upgrades are. Ooh. Maybe down in the corner there. That might work. Give it a go if I can get a good by there. See how this corner does. Okay, get used to the controls. The arrow keys and WSD not moving the camera is weird. Controls could do with. I guess, you know, this is the point of releasing early builds into the world, is to hear from people what's important to them. And for me, music, you know, will make a big difference. And yeah, the camera movement being more like your typical game with this camera angle would be nice. Can make a tart. Don't know what this big yellow circle is. I guess I've done something. Is that related to me trying to move? Maybe. In any case, this road doesn't really help specifically, so let's just make today's route longer. And then... No, I don't think it was anything I did. You can now see, now that I've moved my face down into the corner here, the poison button is here. We unlocked that. All invaders get in range damaged every second. Also, when they're spawned, we can try and cast that and see what happens. Meanwhile, having a tower there would be good, I think. Click to cast a spell. Okay. I could have worked that out myself, but sure, sure. There we go. Background is now poisoned. They are taking damage over time for a little bit, and then there's a cooldown. Nice and simple. Makes a lot of sense. Build me a land tile. It's a straight line. Oof. I think we just have to use it to create make today's spawn longer. Might be nice to curve that one into that bit of road there, but yeah, no good choices there. I can afford another card though. Ooh, interesting. A curvy bit of river and a bridge. Again, not really any great spot for it. I'd like to extend the river because we haven't extended any of the rivers yet. That's kind of, yeah, out in the middle of nowhere. I think here, all the roads are now a little bit longer. Now, upgrade. I got dock early last time. And I still think from an economy point of view, dock early is the way to go, not dock late. But we need to survive more. Cannon Tower seems quite relevant. Ice Tower seemed good. It does a reasonable amount of damage and it slows. But the enemy type we have seen, Cannon Tower seems more effective in the general sense. So I'll go with Cannon Tower. At the moment, it's regular skeleton soldiers, so a regular tower that also covers some of the river, or might do if we upgrade it. Let's go with there. Can afford another tile. Ooh, 3-way with a bridge over water. Wow. This one I might use to make the river longer, because it creates 2 portals, so I guess we want to keep it away. Something like that, maybe. Could help avoid problems. Or that way. Yeah, that way. Let's try that. Again, random yellow circle lines, like this yellow circle over here, don't know what that's for. But also, yellow quarter circle, is that? Yeah, it's not my screen, that is. My screen's doing some funny things today as well, but it's now fading away. Don't know what that was. Little graphical glitch. We should be shooting trees all the time. It's quite a lot to juggle. You know, this game's not too simple. It's not like a complicated game. I don't think it's trying to be a complicated game, and that's fine if you don't, you know, if that's what you're after. I dare say that anyone who enjoyed Rogue Tower is going to enjoy this just fine. What now? Cannon tower upgrade, and let's make a cannon tower exist then. Got some skeleton guards over here, we got ships here, both are a problem. Cannon tower there does nothing. Here does something, especially in the future if we upgrade it. This tower doing nothing today. We refund. Still can't afford another tower. This will do nothing, okay. But it's currently doing something today. I need to earn enough money quick to get another tower. Maybe if we get a tree down. Just give one to move that, unless a tile. Ooh, yes. It helps. It brings some of that river into range of that tower, which is something. Another tower covering that river would be good. I think. A couple of guys are going to make it through, but whatever. Not you. Make you do it. There's no point just to look and consider this. The arrow tower here does cover part of the road heading into the castle. But by the time it's turned around to face the enemy, they're jumping in. Because they don't wait until they've touched the tower. They kind of jump a little early. So there's no point in trying to get this to defend against the right-hand side. Better that it hits the tree in this current time. I should be poisoning more every time it's off cooldown. Remember that. We're going to need most help on the water, so let's wait for him to get forward a little, and poison the water. Also poisons the trees. Do we get money? It doesn't kill the trees. It's not enough damage, but it brings them very close. This is interesting. Focus on the boat first. And I can afford a tower. None of these are great for both road and river. This is better. Go there. We can afford a tile as well. It's another lots of road. We can try and finish off, you know, loop off one of the roads if we can do this. It might be useful to make that route longer for tomorrow because it's really screwing us here. What is this currently? So 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So this is already longer. So why don't we try and loop off this one if we can in the future? Well, that river's going to make that difficult. Very difficult. Easier done over here. Let's try that then. Our upgrade poison cooldown. It's pretty strong. Better than arrow attack range? Probably, because the poison we can place anywhere. Do damage anywhere. The arrow tower we kind of can't. So I think poison upgrade is better. Just got to keep an eye on it and make sure I use it more often. We can afford another tower. Could be worth it. We need something for this waterway, really. Because we've got nothing covering it. Cannon is slightly cheaper. If that matters. I think this was unnecessary, but do we get a full refund if we destroy it during construction? Probably not, but we got some money back, so whatever. Again with this random yellow circle. Don't know what that's about, but okay. Sometimes there are random yellow circles in the world. Let's go with there, that covers a lot. And then cannon. Still can't cover everything. But it would be nice to have a cannon covering the road. I think that these boats are just going to hit it. There's only 8 of them spawning, so we can't kill us, but they're probably going to make it through. You should be hitting trees all the time. But if he's done, then focus these trees. Because it's just going to take one shot, if they're in range. Can't quite reach them all. Could be worth building a tower just to destroy the damaged trees. I don't want to waste the poison on just trees, especially ones we can't reach. So probably going to save it for the boats when they spawn, maybe. Or there's 2 towers on them, but that's still not much. Yeah, let's go for boats. That is interesting. I clicked and I think I just moved my mouse too fast afterwards. So it didn't register until... So it's poisoning the wrong spot, but my bad for not being more patient with it, I will say. But yeah, probably should have placed that as I clicked rather than... Yeah, whatever. Are we going to go for this strat then? I think I am. I mean, the tower here still does something, potentially. What about this tile we can place? Just a curvy bit of road. So it's going to come up here and attempt to loop that off and close it in the future. Hopefully. So am I going to make it through, but that is okay. What upgrade are we going for? Even faster poisoning? Tempting. Or poison longer? I think even more often is better because you want to reposition. Like it hanging around longer helps if you've got a constant stream of dudes running through it, but if you've got multiple entry points, I think cooldown is a better option here. And it's off cooldown, so let's hit them again. Okay. That's a bug. Like, bugs exist in games. Let's not be mean about it. It's not, when I click the poison to place it down, it's not placing it down for like a whole second. So yeah, it needs to happen when I click it. If there's some issue there, yeah. That time, I'm not accepting my fault. It's still helped a little bit, no big deal. That tower is up, so yeah, get these trees down now. It's already off cooldown though, that's interesting. Is it? There you go, almost moved it away. Quick enough to get that one destroyed, hopefully. No, that made it in, but okay. Focus these down. So the reason this tower exists is to get these trees dead. Is there anything else we could do in that regard? Poison's not off cooldown yet, and enemies are spawning. So let's deal with them. That is out of range? Yeah, okay. So that tower's done its job. Let's get a partial refund. Hopefully the profit from the trees is worth enough to make that worth it. A couple of towers are hitting the boats. The upgrades just don't seem worth it. Maybe for the arrow tower, but not in a big way. Here we've got skeleton guards. We could do with more damage here. And more damage there, but I don't think we can do both. Could bring that tower back. Seems worth having if we can keep it around. I'm going to upgrade this one then once. And maybe this one once. See how that goes. Poison's off cooldown, so we'll place it there. And be patient with it. I think we're going to need poison over here next time. If it comes off cooldown quick enough. I mean, we've sped the cooldown up, but it still, you know, has to cool down. We can afford a tile. What do we got? Oh, we've got a curvy bit. Perfect. So we've closed that loop off. They can't spawn up there. But the towers we have in this direction are still good. That's still helpful for that direction. They're still helpful for the river. So yeah, doesn't let us refund anything, but simplifies the approach routes, which is good. It's interesting. I never played Rogue Tower myself, but I saw it played, and it seemed like more routes opened up over time, whereas here in Hexguardian, the routes close down over time as you build them in, so it's kind of the other way round. Usually, a game should progressively get more difficult over time. That's not to say it has to. And if you're intentionally designing so that it gradually gets easier over time, I think there's lots of games that do that. Especially any RPGs where you get stronger faster than the difficulty progresses and stuff like that. So it's just of interest that that's, over time we're closing the loops off if we get lucky with the tiles, I guess. A lot of luck involved here. Lots of dudes making it through down here as well. I've got poison off cooldown. Let's get it back here. Got an upgrade we can do. At this point, is it too late for Dock to be meaningful? Probably not. I mean, the river's longer than it was, so we'd get some money. Ice Tower, didn't really like it. Archery range, like the idea of moving the dudes around, but you have to remember to move the dudes around, which, you know how my memory is. Let's go with Dock. Let's get one built. At least one. Could double up the towers here, but it's not as useful, so I think him there is fine. Could do another dock down here. Sure, I like money. 54 a minute is not a lot, though. It's something. I keep forgetting to keep shooting trees all the time. Poison wasn't really enough. Some guys getting through, but generally we're okay. We're alive at least. Where are they spawning now, then? 17 from here is a big challenge. And 9 giant skeletons. Well, that sounds scary. We're going to need something here in the east. I can upgrade that tower. Then I'm out of money. Should I demolish? Don't really want to, because you still need to think for the future. Unless I'm wrong and the refund is complete amount. We should test that when we're able to. Remember what we're spending on something and then see if the refund is full. If it is, you can juggle your towers around every day, and that's a game playstyle. If it's not a full refund, then that's difficult. Giant skeletons are tough and slow. That's kind of what I assumed, but nice to confirm. Let's poison at the junction point. There we go. Poison's not enough damage. I think we're just at that point of this run where we're supposed to die. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much. There's nothing we can do here. It's time to get us another run going, I guess, is what the game's telling us right now. How long have we been playing? I haven't really noticed. Didn't take a notice at the time. We're still alive for a second. What can we get? Cannon tower upgrade. Lovely. And we can poison here, sure. When did we... So we played the other game for like 2 hours. So we go in maybe an hour, a little under. Okay, good. We can get some more runs in. It's, what can I say? The game's not that complicated. It's not something I would get drawn into. Like I said, I didn't get drawn into Rogue Tower either. But if it's, you know, not cheap, but a reasonable price for the complexity of it, then yeah, you're going to have fun with this kind of thing. Very replayable, and it has big target on it, but it's dead simple. And I mentioned earlier, if you've got a small team working on something, especially if it's like one person, there's nothing wrong with making a dead simple game. This needs a bit of polishing. Needs things like controls and audio tightening up. You know, many demos do. I know I said I'm trying to be polite and kind today, but no, genuinely, you know, I'm not wowed by this game, but neither am I, you know, upset by it or anything like that. 12 more points earned. Our castle has more health. We can survive 2 more hits. And the castle will generate 10 gold a day. Nice. I like that. Economy. Let's start our next run. Let's go. Okay. Immediately pause. Personally, I would like it if the game started paused. I think I said that before. Maybe it's just me. Maybe there should be an option for it or something. It'd be kind of nice. Because I'm wasting like part of the day loading, basically, my brain. I like this map because we've got a pretty early chance to close a loop off, potentially, if we get the right tiles. We can also get a tower that kind of hits a lot of stuff. Not a huge amount, but a lot. So I'll build that one as our first. The castle was already making money per day. See, I thought we were only earning by destroying, but actually the castle was making 120, now 130 per day. It's something. It's interesting though. I would have expected to have more money with that being the case, and us getting money from killing stuff as well. Interesting. We've got a tile. It is absolutely not a tile I want. We can kind of bring those into one, but it doesn't close the loop. If we go over here, it turns it into 2. If we use it for the river instead, we can try and keep away from that ugly bit of road. Tempting. Very tempting. Let's do that. I've got another stone. Ooh, nice, good start. Just a bit of road. Takes us in the correct direction. Good. Okay. Some confidence here, some early luck, but we'll see if it holds. What have we got? Early dock. Maybe? More economy does help. Let's do it. Let's take that risk this time again. Place it... don't like there. How about over here by the useless bit of road? That's a bad spot, actually. Should have paid attention. I spent 100, I know that. And I got 100 back by destroying during construction. That's a good spot for a tower. So is that? Yeah. That's an okay spot. This is a... Actually, that's a good spot, so we'll build it here. Fine, I can place a tile. What have we got? Curve of river. Can make any of our rivers longer. This one's already a little longer, so I guess this one's the one to do. Or this one. If we're going to join two rivers up, it's probably not going to be the two on the left because we're looping the road already. Probably be the top two. So let's take this one to the east to try and join them. It actually doesn't look likely, but we can give it a go. Lots of yellow circles appearing all over the screen. Maybe that's just me. Okay, unpausing. Could do with some money. We're currently not attacking a tree, and we should be, although enemies are about to spawn before we can kill one. 23 a minute from the river. Okay, I mean, money's coming in. First two rounds are... one tower's enough, that's nice. Keep it simple. I kind of liked poison. Tempted to take it again. We haven't really tried archery range a lot. But still, I like the poison. Especially for destroying trees. Okay, they're spawning over here, so they're going to come up and over this bridge. So if I put a turret... Where's good? I mean, there's okay. There's best for road. There's good for road and river. If we can expand the range a little. There's good for road and river now. Or river now, not really the road. They're not spawning on the river now. So let's go with that one. For this round. Try and save some money, maybe. You hit that tree because you're not going to be helpful here. Okay, they are spawning. They do cut corners quite a bit, but okay, we'll forgive them. Is one tower enough? I mean, we could take a little damage. It would be acceptable. Let's poison these trees and the road. And remember not to move the poison until it's actually been placed. Our upgrade is going to be poison cooldown. I do like it. People are going to spawn here, although we could do with more damage. And boats are going to spawn there. Another arrow tower there would be good for that specifically. Here would be pretty good for both. Not great, but pretty good, so we'll go with that. Go with that. The poison this time killed the trees. I don't know why it was different this time compared to last time, but it was enough to kill them, and we got the money for it. Now that is very interesting. Very strong. If we can get that to happen more often. It's no good like poisoning the trees out here and then discovering that it won't kill them. That would be very annoying. Although 2 poisons would kill it. And you get the money, so I think poison might be a bit powerful. Oh, and a loop. Nice. It happened. We got the little corner we needed to loop that off. Okay. There's only 1 road in now. But there are still 3 rivers in. So we still kind of want the towers where they are for the river's sake. Until we can close them somehow. Another dock. Maybe? Maybe not right now. I've not got a great spot to put it in. Maybe all the way over here? It's not bad. Yeah, let's go with the dock there. And then another tower. I mean, here only really helps specifically for this entry. We don't know if we're always going to have that. We can afford it, but that doesn't mean we need to do it. Maybe save money for like a new tower type if we unlock one soon. Let's upgrade these instead. with what we've currently got. The upgrades also increase in cost the more you buy. Interesting. We're going to poison... We're going to wait for them to spawn. We should be attacking trees. Never mind. Too late. When they're spawned, we're going to hit the trees and the river. There we go. A bit of damage. Not bad. And enough to kill the trees. Good. Not enough money. Not as much money from that as I wanted. Never mind. Keep saving, I think, for now. This turret's not doing bad. What upgrade have we got? Poison damage. Nice. More dock money, also nice. An arrow tower range, very nice. I want them all, please. I think poison upgrade is a 3-star upgrade, so that I guess that's telling us how good that is. We can afford a tile. It's a tight curve of both types. I think that kind of doesn't help us. As the only angle it can do for the road is not helpful. Putting it here on the river is not unreasonable, but it takes the river further from the other river, which we don't want to do. So bringing this river closer to that river could be best, and forget the road. Or we make this river longer. No, let's do this over here. I like that. Can you see? Yeah, my face might have been covering. I'm going to curve this so it heads towards the other river. We can afford stuff, and they're spawning. There's only one road to spawn, but they're spawning on this river. So we could do with some more stuff over here for that. I mean, there's a good spot for a lot of the river coverage. Yeah, go for that. We could do with another tower type soon. Gonna upgrade that one because it is covering stuff. I think those two are kind of good there. Okay, this run's going pretty strong. Managing to loop that road off, big deal. I think. Simplify stuff, so. I'm not sure what direction they're going to go. The shortest, I assume, which is to the right. Yeah. Interesting. Upgrade that. No, can't afford it. Can make a tile. Ooh. Nice. Don't want to bring that road that splits near the actual spawning road, because we don't want to split the spawn. So if we put it with the other one that we trying to keep out of the way and try to keep keeping it out of the way, it still brings the river closer to the other river. So fingers crossed. Do want to upgrade this tower, even though the cost is a bit much. Again, we should always be shooting trees. There's that. They are making it in, but we have health. Another tile is available. Where could we go? That will take it further away, so we want to make this river longer. We'll do that. And they are spawning here. These towers are upgraded. Could be fine. What have we got? Ice tower? Maybe? Could do. Or archery range. I mean, more money from the dock. Nice, but I think we need another... Like, a tower's getting more expensive because we've built so many, so we need another source of damage. Let's try archery range, actually. We haven't so far. Let's do it. It makes a lot of sense to build it here because I don't want to build a tower here. I don't think it's very effective that close. It's too late, basically. So let's build that there. We are aware of rally points. Archers are fragile and can get hurt. That's fine. Set our rally point by the dock. And they can help on the river. These guys are making it through. That's a bit annoying. I haven't been poisoning is one issue. Look at me. Can't juggle all these things at the same time. What am I like? Wait a moment. Here they come. Don't think we've got enough damage on the road now. Not sure we've got enough damage on the sea, but it's still okay. We have got a tile. It's a straight bit of river. It's not got a bridge for us to build it here. I think taking that line any straighter is going to make it harder to join those two rivers. So we'll extend this one. Could move... Actually, those archers are in a good spot. They're covering a lot of that corner, so I think we'll keep that there. Okay, let's get the poison down. Guy at the front's got a lot of health. Not sure this is going to help. Maybe we can get those trees as well. Let's give him a little time. Place there. Didn't get through his armour. Upgrade. Another tower type wouldn't be bad. Archer speed. Maybe? No, it's only like it's a 1-star upgrade to it. I mean, 20% speed's good. Is cannon tower better? Let's go with archer upgrade. And then let's get another archery range. I'm going to put it here. And it'll help on that road. Bit late now, but it'll help. So this boat is now out of range of the archers. Should I quickly move them to the other side? Is it going to be quick enough? It doesn't matter because he made it, but they can help with the road, maybe. Too late. Nah. Too fiddly, really. Let's leave him on the corner there. Archers don't attack trees, so that's a good thing to know. They can't help you make money through that route. Can we upgrade a dock? No. There's no button to level it up. Fine. We can place a tile, though. Again, that doesn't really help us join the rivers, which I would like to do. So it's going to go over here. Make this one longer. Fine. Over here we got a lot of skeleton pirates. Are they the ones that move quick? Can't remember. But I think 43 of them are going to be a real problem. 18 boats could overwhelm us here as well. I think another tower. Do we cluster them all in one spot? Probably. Maybe there on the bridge. Let's go in there on the bridge, and it helps with that river for now as well. Can't afford anything over here as well. No, like 220 for more archers. They don't upgrade like that either. Interesting. Let's get poison down on the road. I think that's going to be most helpful. Could be wrong there though. The sea isn't doing very well. Don't see any trees I could be attacking safely at the moment. We need all our towers on deck. An upgrade. Range damage from the archers. Sounds good. It's helpful immediately. More archers. Sounds good. Bit late maybe, but we'll see. Let's get them... kind of want them to cover everything, but I guess that's how that works. Let's get them on this corner where they cover lots of the water. That seems helpful in general. The road is clear now anyway. Okay, that route's good. One died. Interesting. Hadn't noticed them getting attacked. My bad. We're off cooldown. I'm going to try and poison. I forgot that it moves. I was going to try and poison all those trees at once, but we only got half of them instead. My bad. Never mind. We got some of them. We've got big skeletons and we got boats on this river. Let's... do we want to do more? I think so. Not sure we can really kill a giant skeleton. They're just tougher than what we've got available to us. Let's put that tower in. Let's go for it. Still upgrade a bunch, like another extra level on each arrow tower. Do some of that as well, maybe next. We've killed a giant. It's something. But all the boats are making it through. Interesting. It ended up being the boats that are too tough. I don't think there's... there's not much we can really do here. I'll throw a poison down, but it's not going to make much of a difference to the reality of the situation. Get poison cooldown as well. What can we do with the tile? It's just a curvy road. We don't actually want that at all, do we? Let's try and make a circle down here with the road. And then, yeah, upgrades. A few towers, maybe. We're going to live through this round. Barely. Poison that area. Don't move this time. Got one of them. And another. Okay. We survived. They're now coming from the north here. It's not too bad. It's skeleton soldiers. We've not really got anywhere near enough defence up there for the waterway, so I'm going to move all of our archers. There's a maximum range from the range. Interesting. They're there. you're going to have to go this side as well, I think. And then these guys. It's interesting. You can't put them anywhere on the map. It doesn't really show you until you try and build in a ridiculous place. They're going to go there. See how that goes. Let's try again to poison this forest. Doesn't sound nice, does it? It's money. Get that one upgraded. This one would be good if we get a bit more. Any of our towers doing nothing? No. They're all helping. Boats are making it despite the archer's best efforts. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. Our castle has fallen again. 8 days this time, 15 extra points. That's enough to get us a barracks that recruits swordsmen and swordsmen, which I guess you place on the road and they'll chop, chop, chop. Interesting. So there's a bunch of stuff here to unlock, like a whole bunch of stuff to unlock that could get interesting. Temples and crossbows and lightning towers, knights on horseback, market, a monk, catapults, fires, berserkers. A whole bunch of stuff to unlock that could become more and more interesting. There's quite a reasonable amount of content there in the game, not a tiny amount. That is about all we have time for. I haven't really kept track of the time, but I think we've been going longer than I thought we would on this one. So thank you very much for joining me as we took this look at Hexguardian for the Tiny Teams Festival. Not bad, it is what it is. It's not trying to be too complicated of a project or a game, but it's not doing a bad job of being simple. A few little glitches and bugs to be expected at this point, you know, in development or whatever. It's not openly released for, you know, complete. So hopefully those bugs can get worked out and the whole thing will be a quite nice, neat, tidy package for people who like this kind of tower defense game. Not a bad game at all. Some little things that annoyed me. There are always things that annoy me in games. So as far as I'm concerned, that was a relatively enjoyable experience. Thank you very much for joining me while we took a look at it.